Chronological table of Frank's actions on day of murder. The Atlanta Constitution, Friday the 22nd of August, 1913. Page 1. This is the chronological table of Frank's actions on the date of the murder, which was displayed in chart form yesterday afternoon during Attorney Arnold's speech. 7:30 a.m. Minola McKnight. 8:26 a.m. Frank arrives at factory, sees Holloway, Alonzo Mann, and Roy Irby. 9 a.m. Darley, Wade Campbell, Mr. Lime, Mattie Smith. 9:20 a.m. Miss Mattie Smith leaves building. 9:40 a.m. Darley and Frank leave building. 10 a.m. telephones Schiff to come to office. 10:30 a.m. Alonzo Mann telephones Schiff at his home. 11 a.m. Frank returns to pencil factory. Holloway and Mann came to office. Frank dictates mail and acknowledges letters. 11:30 a.m. Miss Hall and Mrs. White. 11:35 a.m. Corinthia Hall, Emma Freeman, Hillander Oxell, Mrs. Maida Barrett. Miss Hall and Mrs. Freeman leave building. 11:45 a.m. 11:50 a.m. Mrs. White leaves. 12:02 p.m. Miss Hall leaves. 12:05 p.m. to 12:10 p.m. Montine Stover. 12:12 p.m. approximate time Mary Fagan arrives. 12:14 p.m. approximate time Mary Fagan left. 12:20 p.m. to 12:22 p.m. Lemmy Quinn. 12:30 p.m. Mrs. White. 12:50 p.m. Frank on fourth floor with Denham and Mrs. White. 1 p.m. Frank leaves office. 1:10 p.m. Miss Kern sees Frank at Whitehall and Alabama streets. 1:20 p.m. Mrs. Lieby sees Frank leave car at Washington Street and Georgia Avenue. 1:25 p.m. Frank talks to servant over the telephone. 1:55 p.m. Frank at Wolfsheimer home on Washington Street. To 2 p.m. rides to town with Cohen Loeb. 2:10 p.m. Hinchey sees Frank at Washington and Hunter streets. 2:20 p.m. Miss Carson sees Frank at Whitehall and Hunter streets. 2:50 p.m. Miss Carson sees him at Whitehall and Alabama streets. 3 p.m. Frank goes to the pencil factory and to fourth floor to see Denham and White. 3:08 p.m. White and Denham go to Frank's office. 3:10 p.m. Frank goes to work on financial sheet. 3:45 p.m. Newt Lee. 6 p.m. Newt Lee and James Gant, or 6:05 p.m. 6:30 p.m. Emil Seelig sees Frank at home. 6:30 p.m. Mrs. Seelig, Minola McKnight, and E. Seelig see Frank at home. 7 p.m. Frank telephones Newt Lee. 8 p.m. Mrs. Goldstein and Mrs. Marcus see Frank at home. 10:25 p.m. Miss Isaac Strauss sees Frank at home. 10:30 p.m. Frank retires.